Here's a few steps that I've added to the loom. First of all, I marked all the up and low beam, the top and bottom. So it's marked up with 10 centimeter difference, which is about 4 inches approximately. This is the wrong markup that I've done, miscalculated. And here's the center. And from this center, I will start counting how many centimeters would be my rug. So for this pattern, Russian here, the width is 84 centimeters, and it's using the 45 knots per 10 centimeters. But I think my tension will be slightly bigger, something about 50, 48, 50. We'll see how much I can do. So I placed the beam, the upper beam, as high as possible because I need the size of the carpet is 137 centimeters plus. I need about 80 or maybe 90 centimeters for there will be yarn waste, but that would be required for the first the fringe at the bottom, fringe at the top. Well, actually, fringe at the top will be taken from the heddle and the rest of the stuff. So 80 centimeters required for the heddle to work up properly. And starting from this point, this will be the center. And this is the warp. Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer your online the stream questions because I'll place the camera on the side over my head, so I won't be able to see that. So let me remove that. So I'll start with the size 80 centimeters because I'll need another, let's say, 2 stitches on each side. So I guess that would even up the size of the rug. And I hope this would be clear enough. You might see sometimes my tush, and don't be scared. Recently I had my thyroids going bananas, and I put about a 20 kilos on, so I'm kind of will jump into the stream and coming back. So as you've seen in the previous videos that I posted from the class, usually what we tie the warp and go with the rod around the loom and coming back. But since this one is too big, instead of that, I'll just wrap it up this way. So the main thread comes, I don't know if you can see that or not, the thread comes in front and the end comes from the back. And I'm placing it here because usually it's done with 2 people. One per person holds and warps, the other one is actually flipping the threads over. But since I'm alone, there's nobody to help me, I'll do it this way. I don't know if I can get it so you can see it so far like this. So that would be the start. And I place it over the mark of 40 centimeters from the center. It's not that important so far, but still preferable to use it this way and keep it straight from the beginning. And I place the warp from the back of the rod like this. Yeah, difficult. As I said, usually it's done with at least 2 people. I'll I'll try to do it like this. Flip it over. And if the first thread goes behind, in the back, the one that's coming under the road, from the road, goes in front. Keep it straight like this. Pack it tightly. But actually right now it's not that important, but preferable to keep it packed. And I'll do that until I get it nice. Well, at least I can hold it without falling. And then I'll switch to the tension, make about 5 centimeters of warping, do the tension, and repeat. So the tension is happening as I warp. Just make sure that you don't have any threads crossed, neither at the top or at the bottom. It will fall until I make another 6-7 wraps, and it stays nice and firm. I was at the beach today. Some kind of bit of a redneck today. That's it. It's already staying nicer. It's already fixed by some wrap. No, it's not. I'll do this for video alone, and then probably I'll ask my neighbor to join me. She was actually quite interested in carpet weaving, so that will be a nice help from her. Hold one more, and I'll leave it at this area, so it will hold the frame while I'm fixing the tension. Do not cross. Do not cross it. Just keep it straight. Okay, and for the next part, I need to use Band-Aid, because when you do tensioning, it will cut through your fingers, so I have to wrap it up first. I hope this one stays longer than 5 seconds. Like this. And maybe add more later. But so far, this should be enough. So let me get the camera closer. Oops, sorry. camera stay. So I get the first thread and pull it as tight as I can and close to the markup. Actually, I need one more here. So any place that your fingers will pull through the thread have to be protected. I've done that before. This is actually the first time I'm warping it myself. I usually have somebody doing this part and I'm just helping with the threads going up and down. Yeah, so this one as well. It's already cut, as you can see. And we've got threads here at the top, at the right angle, mark up. Place the thread as close as possible. You have to be really tightly packed. At the top. Remember, they all have to be the same density at the top and at the bottom. And somebody needs to hold the bar. Even though it splits into shed at the bottom, at the bar, it has to be really tightly packed at the top and at the bottom bars. Remember to tighten to make sure they're all the same tension here. Even if it's lower tension that I need, I still can increase the tension by rolling the knot. I don't need to do my squats for tonight, so I'm already doing them nice and tight. So I've done the first centimeter, and that means I have to make another 80 or maybe less, depending on how much density I will get out of this. As far as they all the same tension, it's okay. Now back to warping. I don't know if I can get it under the camera. As you can see, it's getting easy. At least this end doesn't fall off. Like this. But so far I've got 5. So yeah, probably I will get tension of 50 easily. And since the warp is really heavily twisted, sometimes gets into this knots. Oh. As I said, I'm really sorry that sometimes my body appears in the picture. So is life. Probably if I had an assistant, it would be easier. But for now, I can't disturb people at night. So I'll invite her in the morning. And she can help me with that. My abs are already hurting. It's a heavy workout. Those who do the warping are always slim because of this. Those who make knots are not so, because most of the time they're sitting and chatting and eating cookies. God, my abs hurt. Oops. And now back to tension. Got all the tension right. I'll fix the tension the way I need when I start weaving by raising the upper bar. So if I got this tension right, I probably, the next carpet will be the more colorful pattern. Anyway, I've got the tension hooks ready, so if something goes wrong, I can always use the hooks to hang on the back on the loose threads to get the tension right on them. Why is it pulling this way? Got crossed. Make sure that the threads do not cross neither at the top or at the bottom. So it will go for another, I guess, 10 hours or so. And those up and downs. From the back goes to the front. The one goes to the back, goes to the back of the beam of the road. Same thing here, from the top goes to the back, from the bottom goes up, goes in front. Make sure you got no twists of threads, just that happened here. Got a knot, so I have to loosen the tension a bit to get the knot out. Let me get the camera closer and I'll show you. If you can stretch it right, and it should be somewhere here. It is. Okay, this thing doesn't hold. It's a knot, so I need to. Went to the beach today and Rudy had a drink of salty water, so I had to leave the door open so he can always run into the garden to do his needs. And it's just like the regular knot that you get sometimes in threads, but here it's a little bit different because this thread, that's it, done. And can move back. To warping again to tension. These two will go to the border. 2 pairs will go to the border. That's nice edge. And we started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Be number 9. I know you want to ask some questions, but please keep it at the end of the stream because I don't see what's happening here in the chat. So my attention is dedicated to the loom. So I guess I've done the first 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's right. I've done the first 10 plus 2 for the border. So it took me 29 minutes. Now if you need to break, what you have to do is pull this thread, pick up and push it through. This will keep the warp in place. So now I can leave it, have a break, have some coffee and come back, and the tension will remain the same. Or maybe just need to tie the last one, and I will continue that. Let's see if I can do stream in a couple of days and see the progression and see what we can do. Probably will start weaving next week. It will take me about maybe 1 day, 2, 3, and 4 days to fill the rest if I'm doing it myself. If I'll do it with assistance, I'll do that probably faster, but maybe in 2 days. We'll see how things are going, and I'll continue streaming probably on Tuesday. Thanks for joining me tonight, and have fun. Bye.